testing 1 2. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Audio test. Audio check. Audio test. Audio test. All right, looks like we have audio. All right, let's get this party started. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Once again, it's another Saturday afternoon. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch. You're tuned into another episode of Bozo 801 Gaming live on Twitch. And once again, we're playing WWE 2K26 My Faction mode. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, night, or whatever it is in your neck of the woods or in your part of the world. Without much further ado, we're just gonna jump right into it because I'm not doing planning on doing a whole lot today. Just gonna do a few things and then we're gonna hop off. I'm gonna speak to a little bit how I'm feeling about the game right now. I've been spending a lot of time off camera outside of a personal family situation, playing the game. I've been still trying to figure out um, how I'm going to play the game going forward. Excuse me there. Um, I'm still struggling to find a consistent grind method that works for my particular skill set. And the more I practice, it really almost feels like I'm getting worse instead of better. So I'm still extremely frustrated with that, and almost to the point where I'm kind of resigned to the fact that as much as I try, this year's mode is just not for me anymore. In fact, tonight, what we might do while I'm on is go back to hop on 2K25 for a little bit, and I'll show you what's been going on there as I finish wrapping up some things on that, and go ahead and finish that game up by probably next Friday because they have a few more cards that in that game that need to hit the card market, and we'll go ahead and I may even just while doing a live for 2K26, we'll hop on 2K25 and I'll show you my final card collection from 2K25 because they're still doing weekly towers in that game. They're still doing live events in that game, and that game is actually still going on. They haven't completely abandoned it yet and producing content for it quite yet. Although, as I indicated when I jumped on the 2K26, my focus would be on 2K WWE 2K26 once it released. But we will hop on and do some small bits of content related to 2K25, and I've kind of changed gears on that a little bit. I'm still not entirely completely finished with that. There's a few more small things we want to wrap up on that, and is a little bit of content there. And given my struggles with 2K26, I just think that's kind of the way to go because this year. I just hate to say it, but I'm trying to enjoy this game, but I'm not having a lot of fun playing it like how I was with 2K25 last year. I hope that changes. The 2K developers have announced that have made and promised that they will be doing encores for a lot of the live events as it relates to stuff I've complained about or talked about before about having cards, specific cards from collection set rewards from packs related to participation in certain live events, and they've indicated they would be encoring those events and that the cards will be hitting the card market as early as April the 3rd from some of those sets. But my concern there is even though the cards may be in the market, we don't, they still haven't been clear on what events will be encore specifically And also, we don't know what the pricing is going to be for these cards when they hit the card market. Because if they drop the cards in the card market and they're still um, uh, prohibitive in the pricing of the cards in the card market, we're right back where we started. And I don't have a lot of given, excuse me, given 2K's past history on pricing for cards in the card market. I'm not expecting a whole lot. A lot of people are excited about that, but my excitement is extremely tempered given how certain things were run in the game last year. Um, um, I want to be positive and hopeful that they will produce some positive change, but we shall see. 2K Brian did also indicate in the Twitter feed that there was going to be some massive changes to the game relative to the upcoming 1.07 patch, and a lot of people are excited about that. But again, my expectations and excitement is extremely tempered, and I believe it when I see it. It's kind of where I'm at on all of that. I'd like to be hopeful that they do improve and offer some improvements for the game. A big one for most players is this purple stamina bar thing. A lot of people would like that to see that go away entirely or be an option. I'm kind of in the middle on this. I'd like for it to remain in the game, but it needs to be extremely tweaked because as I think I have talked about that before. It's on my lives. It's very unbalanced. It needs a lot more balancing. You know, the AI needs to get the bar the same way the player gets the bar. You know, and that's certainly not happening right now, and it's very frustrating to me. Also, the AI needs to be tweaked. That is, these guys have like a sixth sense, and um, I'm more for a more I am all for a more challenging game, but at certain points, it's ridiculous. Stuff just needs to be tweaked in the game a little bit. It just needs more balancing overall. I mean, right now it's like they kind of overcorrected and balanced this game for all the elite players in the community, and not everybody that plays this game is an elite player. Some of us are just average Joes that happen to know how to push buttons right some of the time. And that's the category I fall into. I'm not no hardcore elite player, and they tweaked this game for the elite players and made it almost unplayable for those people that are not elite players. Um, and that's kind of where I lie on it. Um, but all that being said, we do have some new live events, and that's the reason for the season and while we're hopping on today. If we go to the live events tab in the game, we have the following. Uh, we have a couple of birthday bashes that went live, uh, excuse me, today. And only going to be around for a couple of days, and I figure I'd go ahead and get these knocked out now because they only be on until it looks like Monday. And Monday, I just want to leave a little bit of space for doing the weekly towers that should be on live on Monday. So I figure we just go ahead and do these now. There has not been any other new content added to the game. Got a few things that will be going away soon. The featured presentation roadblock. For this one, we need the Ricky Starks card from Momentum, and I'm not buying any Momentum packs just to get that card. Um, and we also have the ECW, but we can't do this one without the Carmen Petrovic card that you get from the featured presentation roadblock. And again, to even try to get a chance of getting this card, we would need uh, the Sapphire Ricky Saints from the Momentum set. At least this one's not a collection set reward, but it is a Sapphire card from the set. So the odds of pulling the card are pretty high. Because again, if you get a deluxe pack, you're looking at about 10% odds to pull a Sapphire, and then it's got to be one specific Sapphire from the 5 or 6 that are 4 or 5 that are in the set. So your odds are actually even worse, lower than 10% when you do the math. Um, and as I always say, I'm not a math guy, but you don't need to be a math guy to do that math. And these are ultimate challenges. These are going to be encored. So, or at least 2K Brian, I don't know if he said they were going to be encored, they were going to extend this time or whatever it was, but these will be around longer than what 13 days that we have here now. So supposedly folks will have an opportunity to get the cards and try to participate in these again. But again, I'm still on the fence on whether we will still be prohibited by the pricing of the cards in the card market. Because some people that have speculated have picked that even if you got some of the cards, you still will probably be, if you don't have a lot of cards, you probably have to spend a little bit of money on VC to try to get the cards. And estimates were some folks would probably have to fork out still probably like at least $100 or more just to get some of the cards, even if they're in a card market, because it's the number of cards you need to get the set collection, meet the set collection requirement to earn the set collection rewards. For example, if we go look at my situation regarding some of those cards, let's go to my collection. For Legends, I'm not too bad because I'm to get the Triple H card, Triple H 99 card. The only one I'm missing from this set is the Sapphire Mark Henry. So there, I can definitely probably pick that one up rather quickly. But for some of these other sets, we go to the Aftershock. We go over to the Sapphire set. I'm missing three cards here. The Emerald Otis shouldn't be too hard or too bad to acquire, but these other two, the Klee and Andre, those may be a bit pricey for me to try to acquire. And that's why I was trying to do a little grinding and try to get a little MFP buffer so I wouldn't be pressured to try to spend on some VC, because I'm kind of been on the fence. Because what I've been doing off camera is I've been trying to grind a little bit of the islands so I could buffer my VC, but I'm kind of on the fence on whether or not I should spend that VC on my faction or just focus on buffing up my island character. And I'm starting to lean toward buffing up my island character because I think it would be more efficient for me if I can more efficiently grind in the island with my island character once they've been buffed up a little bit to be, more skilled, and that would make a lot of the island events more easier for me. And then I can be more efficient about earning VC from the island once have improved my character a little bit. So I'm definitely starting to lean towards that thought process. But looking at the big one here, the other big one is from Momentum from set 2. Is a set with all those sapphires. And again, I'm missing 4 cards here right now. So unless that changes, I still got a ton. Because let's say, just being generous, if these cards are probably 100,000 MFP a piece, and I figure they're going to be close to 100,000 MFP, or probably, and I might even be more to get these cards. You're looking at, let's say, just a generous estimate. That's 400,000 right there from jump. And then we go back to the ones I need an Aftershock. You're probably talking about another 500,000, 600,000. And a lot of folks were estimating most players would probably need to spend almost $1 million MFP to get the cards they need for completing these sets in the market. And I don't think that estimate is off at all. And so unless 2K provides us some more ways to earn MFP outside of grinding, it's still going to be a challenge to get those cards without spending money. But that's kind of the situation there. Again, from Legends, I'm needing just one of the sapphires. From Aftershock, I need 2 sapphires and 1 emerald. And from Momentum, I need 4 sapphires. And then from Touch of Madness, I think we were close there too. I need 1 sapphire and 2 emeralds. Because you're going to need all those cards for those live events. Because if we go back to the live events tab and you look at the ultimates challenge events, you're going to need for the base ultimate challenge, you're going to need these set collection rewards. So you're going to need all 4 of these. So I'm going to need to get all those cards that I previously mentioned. And then for the next one, for this one, we need Brock Lesnar, Dominic Mysterio Mask, and John Paul Levesque, Alexa Bliss 25. I don't even know if we will have the ability to get these at all either, because the events for these cards have all expired as well. So I'm not quite sure if these events are coming back or not. But they haven't been clear on that. So we just have to see what events end up being encored as far as all of that is concerned. But again, as we talked about before, I've resigned to the fact that this year will be a year where I will not be close to getting all the cards like I did last year, and that's unfortunate. But the game design has kind of priced me out of it this year. And that's cool. It's just a little bit frustrating because it kind of detracts from the enjoyment of the game. Because at least give us the opportunity to get in the game and earn the stuff. But when you're pricing it out based on pack and collection set rewards, it's just very prohibited to the average player that's not spending money to play the game. But people that come in the game and spend a lot of time in the game, they should be rewarded for the time and effort they put into playing the game, whether they spend money or not. But all that being said, I have been also grinding a little bit in Faction Wars off camera, where we're now back up to 19 tickets because I got a couple from the login rewards, but I got a balance of 22,575 Faction War credits. We're gonna do some more runs off camera. I did unlock the investor deck, and that's, if you don't have this deck, this is the deck you want to grind in Faction Wars for to get. This is a very good deck to play with until you're able to qualify for some of the other higher tier decks. But this deck will afford for you to earn a lot of Faction War credits, because if you skip the rewards from any nodes in your Faction War runs, you get 150 Faction War credits. Hopefully 2K will not mess that up or nerf that anytime soon. But definitely, if you're playing Faction Wars, you're probably your two most important decks. Or if you're struggling, like I have been with your runs, you probably want to use the crowds deck and work your way to getting the investor deck as soon as possible. That will be very helpful for your Faction War runs. Trust me on that. As you see, this haven't been my best year for Faction War runs at all. Probably one of my worst ever since I've been playing the game. Is 10 and 18. So I've won 10 runs. I've attempted 18. So that's my winning percentage this year. It's not great at all. I've had some bad years, but this has got to be one of my worst. Let me see. I think we covered any of the cards I've unlocked, because I haven't unlocked any new content since I was last on live. We did earn one momentum pack from a basic momentum pack from a login reward. Hopefully we can have some good pack luck from that, but we'll open that right before we jump off today. But let's go ahead and get into these live events, and we'll kind of wrap it up from there. Shouldn't be on too long. Probably won't be on no longer than maybe, and plan to not be on longer than maybe an hour today, if that. At least an hour and a half. At the worst, 2 hours probably. But so let's get into it. The two new events today are the Amaga Birthday Bash and the Mr. Perfect Birthday Bash. The Mr. Perfect Birthday Bash is as follows. It's Mr. Perfect Birthday Bash. Happy birthday, Mr. Perfect. He is challenging any man on your roster to a match. Win to unlock the rewards. This is a one-on-one match with no rule changes, and the requirement looks like just any male superstar on your roster. And this is an Apex tier event, with the Apex tier being 2,000 MFP, tier 1 being 1,000 MFP, tier 2 being 500 MFP, and tier 3 being 5 market tokens. And let's go over here and make sure we set up the squad that we want to use for that one. And for this one, I think I want to use this squad. Oops, I have been playing a little rank play, so I've been using Yokozuna with the squad. I remember my number one choose superstar is, we put Jade back in that slot. But this is my MVP for Faction Wars right now for me and how I play, and that's this DLC Stone Cold Steve Austin 97 Evolved. That's my guy. So we're gonna activate this deck, and then we're gonna hop on back over to live events. And for that, for the Mr. Perfect event, we're gonna go with my MVP, Stone Cold Steve Austin, just to start it out and see what we can do with this thing here. So our first run for Mr. Perfect Birthday Bash, and he's going against a Pink Diamond Mr. Perfect. This is a Sapphire Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Bionic Redneck. Let's go.
Mr. Perfect set ready to compete in this match.
All right, and we start off with a big boy bulldog on Mr. Perfect Pink Diamond. And then we go immediately to the ropes, and you know what kind of cheese I'm doing this year now. I've already talked about this. If the AI is going to cheese, I'm going to cheese. That's it. All bread, no meat, just cheese. Let's go. That's what gets me through it. To get to it, that's what we're going to do. All right, let's get our strikes in real quickly. This is a 90 MFP earner event here, so we want to do our big boy moves and try to get to 90 MFP as quickly as possible. We can kind of cycle through this. Do our taunts on the roof. And our countouts on in this event. Let's see. Yes, sir, they are. Let's see. Okay, yeah. They love to hide behind the referee and then kind of come from behind the referee after running into him and having the referee hold him back and then spike you by surprise. But I've gotten wise to that. It's kind of cool that they kind of thrown that little trickiness in there. Kind of mix that up a little bit for folks that like to hang out on the ropes. But I see you, 2K. So let's get the strikes going here. All right. Got it. Oh. Kind of got a little too aggressive with it. And now we're in a little bit of trouble. So might have just nerfed myself a little bit there. Let's see if we can get out of here. It's a very small kick-out bar. And Mr. Perfect is reversing everything, and I'm in purple, so I am in big trouble. After two reversals, I'm in purple. So, I need to get out the ring, give an opportunity. I don't know if I'm going to get the opportunity. I'm still purple. I can't counter whatever he's about to do. I can, but I just missed the window. I'm going to get power bombed and be right back stunned again. And that's not good because this pin bar is not where it needs to be. Oh, I did have an opportunity there, but I missed it. Got that. Get up out of there, Steve. Go catch your breath. Oh, Mr. Perfect wants to play now. And let him run. Let him chase me. Get up on the ropes. And we need to get our health back, so we're going to work on that. And go back to work on the ropes. And let him keep counting. Damn it. The referee is running interference, and that's annoying me. And I'm purple. And I'm purple. All right, he's reversing every move I do. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, I still struggle with, I don't know how to reverse when they do these ground grapples. I got to figure that out. When I figure that out for this game, that's going to be a game changer for me because I struggle with ground grapples in general, whether I'm playing against the AI or other players. Sheesh. I mean, he is reversing everything, brother. All right, I'm not enjoying this at all. Nah. He is not purple, so he will try to do something. I'm the only one that's purple. I gotta watch, see if I can get him to get a purple bar. Damn it. Like, okay, yeah, I'm slipping right now. Okay. I am slipping right now. All right, let's get a taunt in. Come on over here, bad boy. There we go. There we go. Get back in control, man. We over there tripping. We got the 60 MFP, so we just need to get him stunned. I thought it was a 90 MFP, but it's only 60 MFP. Okay, that changes things a little bit. All right. Yeah. So I just need to get him stunned, and then we'll stun on him, get him to burn his resiliency, and then we'll pop up out and get this thing on the road. Let's see. Get that stun on him. There's one penitent that this should break resiliency. Oh, it did not break resiliency. What? Okay, so he has one of them quick kick out badges then. Undoubtedly. Okay. Nice. See, that's what I'm talking about with the peasiness in the game this year. You know, doing all this other stuff with the badges and whatever they've added to the game now has not improved the game. Like I say, it's designed more for the elite player base right now than the normal regular player base, you know, with all this extra stuff that you got to be mindful of now, and with these badges and all this other little cheesy stuff they got going on now. I think it was just simple resiliency and all this other stuff. They made this stuff way more complicated that does not enhance the game. And then, you know, when the AI knows the rules better than you know the rules, of course, they're going to, you know, use that to their advantage to cheese the player. So, of course, they're going to do all that. All right, so there's resiliency finally. And now we just need to. I have to see what that badge is. I think it's the. I think we have to do like 4. Looks like about 4 penitents before we get him to break the resiliency because of the bonus kick out attempts he gets from whatever that badge is that gives him the extra kick out. So, which is basically like a backup resiliency. All right, so this should be the match. Now let's see. All right, there we go. So it looks like it's 4 penitents. Well, actually 5 if you count the one you're gonna have to do to finish the match. All right, so that's 1 down. Stone Cold Steve Austin, 174 P, and that's if the match goes according to plan and you don't make any mistakes and get geeked up and get destroyed and lose the match. All right, so we start off with the tier 3 reward, and we got the 5 market tokens, which brings my grand total of market tokens currently to 595. I'm not spending any of those right now. I'm going to sit on those until I need to spend them, given what we've seen so far from the game this year as far as market token cards being required for World Tour. We don't know when another World Tour update might come, and we don't know what cards might be required for that for the next World Tour update. So I'm going to hold on to spending my market tokens until I need to for World Tour or upcoming live events or whatever the case may be. So we got 1 tier knockdown here. We got 4 more times to win this event so we can max this out. So we're going to jump right back into it. Jumping back on my boy, Stone Cold Steve Austin once again. Let's get it. And we just need to beat this event 4 times and we'll be on to the next one. And again, like I say, when it comes to this game, I am nowhere near one of the elite players in the world in this game. I am decent. And this right now, like I say, the game design this year has been it's been tuned for players that are the elite players of the world. If you are not an elite player, you might struggle with some of the stuff in the game this year. That's just what it is and how it seems to be working as per their design for this year's version of the game. some folks are cool with that, and they say everything's easy. But for me, I think that's cap, you know. But to each his own. For some, it might actually be easy, but I think for a lot of players just like to, you know, get that attention from talking all that noise on the internet or whatever, you know. But for most of these folks, most of the folks I talk to, this stuff ain't that easy right now this year. I mean, you have guys that have been having trouble with the weekly towers, and weekly towers has always been the easiest part of the game every year, regardless of how they tune the actual game itself. And folks are struggling with the weekly towers this year. And my thought process on that has always been, okay, if you want to design parts of the game for elite players like the World Tour and stuff like that in very specific modes, that's cool. But weekly towers has always been, like I've said, the part of the game that's usually friendly to guys that are new to this stuff. And for them to kind of tune that, where you're locking new players out of that mode, or at least give an opportunity to learn the game with a very steep learning curve, you know, that's kind of unfortunate. I think you're going to drive a lot of folks away from participating in this particular game mode with that thought process in your game design. All right, but we got a SIG on. Get up out of there, Steve. Let's dance around on the ropes a little bit. Let Mr. Perfect count the lights and the ceiling and all that good stuff. Do a couple of taunts, you know, to keep that momentum going. And let Mr. Perfect come back up. And we're going to keep on the rope-a-dope style. You know, you guys that watch me know how I do it. You know, I turn a wrestling match into a wrestling match and a boxing match. Because that's what you got to do to survive this year. You know, it's going to suck when we have match designs this year for live events where we can't do some of these things, but we'll figure it out as always. It's just, but we kind of got a precursor to that with some of the design for some of the World Tour events this year, so you can kind of get reasonable expectation for what's to come for some live events this year. So just be ready for some of that nonsense this year. One that particularly comes to mind for me is that match with the cage match was pretty deadly, because that was, for me, that was probably one of the most difficult matches outside of the Becky Lynch match in the World Tour. And then there was that one with Stax and Lorenzo. Those three are notable as some of the more difficult matches for me in World Tour. All right, so let's go. This is pin number 1. Let's count them up now. Whoops. That's pin attempt number 1. And he popped right up. Saw that coming. So that was 1. We'll count them up this time. All right, and we'll do another one here in a minute. I just need to make sure I'm not purple when we do it. That would be bad. Because as soon as I do it, I'm going to need to immediately get out the ring, because he's going to pop right up. Make sure I have finishers stacked as well. And I need to be near the ropes when he pops up. That's 2. Oh, damn, he grabbed me. I don't know how he grabbed me. See, that's the thing, because their moves take precedence over your moves, and it's super annoying. Bam. All right, now get out of the ring. Get out of the ring. Tony there. That's 2. Punch him in the face. And at some point, he's going to get upset and spike him off the ropes. They just got to be ready for that. All right. Now let's do another stunner. It's number 3. And it goes to the ropes. Pops out. Bulldogging. Because he wasn't going to let me get out of there without. And that's why we need the stamina to be up. And that's 3. Now the next one, he should have to use his resiliency on the next one. He keeps spiking him. Spike, there's a dodge. Damn, he got me with that one. I should have saw it coming, because you know the pattern. All right. Yeah, I was hoping I could get the stun. From the boot stumps, but he wasn't having that. So do some strike. Miss strike. Boom! Alright, this should make him burn resiliency. Alright. Notice no quick kip up, pop up this time, so now we got it. Now we just need to finish the match. With no foolishness. I still got to be careful about getting spiked from off the ropes, of course. All right, and we're going to go ahead and do the bulldog. There's press. And I'm going to try to see if he'll let me pin him here with just the stairs. Let's see. And he will. All right, so that's another one. Another one bites the dust, so let's go. Just keep it smooth, keep it smooth, keep it steady, keep it smooth, keep it moving. All right, that's 2 down. All right, so that time we unlocked the tier 2 reward. So it looks like they're going in order this time. So next run, we'll either get the Apex or the tier 1 reward. So we got 2 more attempts to go, barring any failed attempts. So let's just jump right back into it. Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig. Now this time I'm going to try to be a little more enterprising with it. Be a little more aggressive in the ring, just a little bit. So we're going to open up with some axe handles off the top, off the middle rope there. And tone it up while he plays with the referee. And also need to make a mental note. This referee right here is one of the slower counting refs in the game. Arguably the slowest counting one. This is my least favorite official when she has the match. All right, so let's get our strikes out of the way. 1, 2, 3, boom. Bulldog. Let's do our stomps. And one more. And get out of dodge. Oh, he got out of dodge for me. He made that easy. He ain't want that smoke either. Like I say, we're going to turn the wrestling match into a boxing match. So, hands to the face. And it's kind of risky being on the short side sometimes with the ropes, but now we're ready for the Thesz press. And I got him busted open and stunned. And we're getting to burn that badge. Ah! And take note of the count on the kickouts. That's the first one. So we got 2 more to do for him to burn that badge. Since all the kickouts have to happen in the ring, that's the only risky part about that badge, because one of the things I've noticed, because I think AJ Lee has this badge, because I've seen her do the same thing, and now he has it. And there was a match I had, I think that was in Weekly Towers with Batista. He had that badge, and he was doing the same thing when they had the badge. As soon as they kick out, they're immediately on you, and they kip up immediately, and they immediately attack you. And a lot of scenarios with that, and they have that badge, so it's just something to be mindful of with the cards that have that badge. Because we can't see the cards, I'm not exactly sure what the badge is called or what it is, but it does give them that ability to instantly kick up or kick out of pin attempts. Now this one's going to be tricky because we're in the middle of the ring this time around, so he's going to be up and on his feet before I can get out of there. I had to run with that a little bit. As you saw, he was immediately on me. And it's unfortunate that the AI gets to cheese with that badge. I don't like that badge at all. That's a way for them to cheat, in my humble opinion. And you know they're going to cheat with it. You already know this, man. All right, we got him stunned. Pick him up. Nice reversal there by Mr. Perfect Penny. All right, now I got to watch. Be careful for the count out situation here because we're deep into the count. And he just did a bulldog on me. Uh-oh. Nah, bruh. Hey, you notice how he slid right up to me, right? Trying to get me upside down in the ring when he came into the ring immediately. Nah, we ain't playing that game either. All right, let's get this. Oh no, stamina lock. All right, and he kicked out that time and did not burn resiliency, so I'm not sure if that was on the badge or not. Whoa, okay. That one was unexpected. But we're still good. Let's go ahead and taunt it up. And I'll show you what we're going to do in this situation, because right now what he's going to try to do is when I come up on the ring, he's going to try to spike me off the ropes again. We're at the 5 count. And see, this time, in order to give us some time, because we're at 7 on the count, we're going to spike him, come in, reset the count, and get right the F back out. And that's how you do that right there when they want to play that game with you. And we'll continue to put them bows on that head. So, come on over here, Miss Perfect. Hands to the face. There's press. And then we're going to go for the pin. And he put me on the right side. I wanted to be on that side of him, so he kips up and kicks out. We're already at the ropes. And we can already meet this time right out. Boom. There we go. Taunt it up. He's down. All right, we're only going to get 1 taunt in. If we do a second one, he might catch me while I'm taunting, and we don't want that. So we'll just have to stick with the 1. And we can do another one while he's stunned if necessary. Oh, whoa, I got premature here. I thought we had him. stunned. I got ahead of myself there on that one. And in a little bit of a pickle. All right, and we got to see. Wait for it. There we go. Thank you, Mr. Perfect, for coming to my rescue there, sir. And boom. Stone Cold Stunner. Let's go. Oh, he got one more kick out in it. Gotta love the AI. Got to love it. Got to be more careful. No bread, no meat, just cheese. Just like you can pull the cheese out the freezer, so can I. Boom, Stone Cold Stunner, bam. Now, Let's go. Let's go. One more to go. One more to go. Man down. The Bionic Redneck with the win. One more to go. Let's go. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And we have unlocked the Tier 1 rewards. So all of these are going in order. There is no randomization today on this event. So the next and final run will be for the 2000 MFP. So let's go get it. And for the final time, Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mr. Perfect. 96 versus a 79. Let's go. And I'm feeling confident again. So we're going to go right back up on the ropes again and do a couple of axe handles. And hopefully Mr. Perfect will cooperate and will not be trying to do any shenanigans. Boom, there's another one. Now we're going to taunt it up. All right, and Mr. Perfect tried to run up on me a little bit there. Get ready for him. Bam. Now we got them hands to the face. Bam. A little boxing action in our wrestling match. You know how we do here in the land of Bose 31 gaming. Boom. Hands to the face. Boom. And another right hand. And now we're going to kind of mix him up with a plethora of right hands and get him down on the mat. Then we're going to hop back out the ring and taunt him up a little bit. And then we're going to move over to the left because I knew he was going to charge me. Boom. And more hands to the face. All right. And then we do the little bulldog on him right there. Because he almost had me with the punch. And we're turning up a little bit more. And we'll slide over here to the right. And he missed me that time. I was slow on the reaction in both regards, but I got a little lucky because sometimes moves do miss in this year's version of the game. That's actually something that I like about the game this year. Is like moves do miss. It's just that more often than not, it happens to you versus it happening to the AI at the same frequency. But it does happen to the AI, just not at the same frequency that it does for the player. All right, so there's the first Thesz press, and we'll go ahead and do the first pin attempt. Bam. And you kip up, pop out to the ropes. To the ropes, baby. Punch. You always want to be very close to the ropes when you do a pin attempt until he burns all of the kip-ups from that badge. Because when he kips up, you will be in a bad position. That's just how it works, apparently. I don't know if that's a feature or a bug of the badge, but it definitely is not to the advantage of the player. I'm going to go ahead and get another one out. As soon as he kips up, he's up. You need to be right on the ropes. And slide on over. Wait for him to come to you. And right back on that boxing match. Part of the wrestling match. More hands. You don't want to be stunned this time around. He wants to be a little hard-headed with it, so we just got to keep dusting him up a little bit. He didn't like that one that much. All right, this time around, we want to get some more lefts in. And then follow up with a stunner. Now this time, we want to be on this side of him. And when he kicks up, right back in the ropes. And there we go. I think that's all three. I don't remember now. I think the next one will be for his resiliency. I don't remember if that we're on the second or third one now. So let's go ahead and do our Thesz press. And on this side. And there's the kip up. I mean the kick out. No kip up, but that burned his resiliency. We taunt it up. Gonna get the 2 taunts in. Yes, we can this time around. That's important. So now we're into the finishing portion of the match. We just need to finish it properly. So let's go ahead and get some more right hands to the face. Who knew boxing and wrestling would come together like this? Boom. Now we got him in the middle of the ring. Now, this should be for the 1, 2, 3, but sometimes they would do an extra kick out. He did not. So this event is done. There you go. Jose 8 Gaming. That is how you do it. Any questions, holla at your boy. But that's the best way to do this thing without a lot of headache. Yes, you could, go toe-to-toe with him in the ring, but that's for those people that I was talking about earlier with the elite skill set in this game. I am not one of them. I have to manage this stuff as best that I can, give them my particular set of skills. But for you dogs that are, big dogs on the buttons, and all that with reversals and all that good stuff, have at it, have fun. That's your idea of fun, but not mine. So that this is how I gotta do it to get through it, But to each your own, play. And as I've said sometimes on my other live streams, you got to play the game the way that works for you, that is fun for you. This is the way that works for me, and it's fun for me. All right, so got it knocked out. Stone Cold Steve Austin 97 DLC evolved, and we got 219 MFP from that event, or from match actions in an event, and we unlocked the Apex tier reward and 2,000 MFP for the event. Now we have one more live event series we want to get through today, and that is the Umaga birthday bash. And this is the objective is happy birthday Umaga. He is challenging anyone on the team with a chemistry rating of -3 or below. This is a one-on-one match with no rule changes. And same as this is another Apex tier event, or is it? No, this is a single event, right? Yeah, this is just a one-on-one match for a single reward of 2,000 MFP, it looks like. Yeah. Okay. And for this one, for you guys that might be struggling with this, let's go over here and I'll kind of explain how this kind of sort of works. But where you want to go is you want to go in your My Faction Management and build a team. You can go to Add Faction and create a team, or if you already have some teams put together, as I already do, this is my main team here. This is the Bose 831 Gaming team, and this is most of my best cards, or at least the cards that I like to play with. And as you can see, this group has a chemistry rating of 5 overall. And right, this is my Ruby Jade, my Sapphire Stone Cold, Steve Austin 97, my Evolved AJ Lee, and my Evolved Rock 2001. And we have a manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan, is one of my best manager cards. But all you want to do is if you want to play around with it, see what the chemistry is on your team, you could select one of the cards on your squad and go to choose superstar, and then it'll bring up all the cards in your deck. But you could select left trigger or right trigger, and you could sort the list that appears here. So you could change the sort. Like for instance, right now it defaults to all, but you could select powerhouses, strikers, technicians, high flyers, giants. Then you can go by the card tier, so on and so forth. But you can kind of play around with those and figure out what sort works best for you. But the other thing to note here is as you're going through the cards or going through your selections, as you hover over the card, the information updates real time. Like this, I have 2 Jades. I have a Ruby Jade and a Sapphire Jade. And if you were to swap out Stone Cold, because remember you selected Stone Cold, so and that's the card over here on the right, on the far right. Now the card to your left here, the second card is a card you're viewing, and the information updates real time. Like as I have the Sapphire Elite Jade Cargill World Tour reward highlighted now, and if we can see what will change if we were to put that card on the team, we still have for instance here, we still have a 5 overall chemistry rating, but the numbers will change. Under the microphone, we see we got 20%. Under the angry face, you see we got a 44%, but it's in the red. Then we have under the shield, we got 20%, and then under the twins, we got 24%, and that's in the red. And what that means is the numbers in the red is what those numbers are what would go away, while the white numbers are what will update if we were to put this card on the team. So we lose the 44%, we lose the 24%, and we gain the 20% bonuses. So you can kind of cycle through cards and see all this stuff change real time. Like if we would select Rob Van Dam here, we would have lose. We'd have the. Am I saying this backwards now? I think I am. Yeah, because you get the negative 20%. Let me make sure. Let's go over here to yeah. So if we ever were to select Rob Van Dam here, why is it showing? Yeah, I'm confusing myself now. Let me make sure I'm explaining it right. Because Jade has. Let's see. Well, let's see. Let's go over here to Jade. Like, let's we put Jade in instead of Stone Cold, and then if we go to chemistry details, and let's see, she has composed. Elite Jade has. Still trying to work out the chemistry stuff a little bit myself. So was it that she added 44 and 20? Okay, so if we go back to choose superstar and go back to Stone Cold, go to chemistry, 32%. Yeah, shit. I don't know exactly how to explain it though, as far as the percentages go. But the main thing is look at what I kind of pay attention to that changes real time. Is I'm looking at the chemist bottle and the number by the bottle, and I want that number to be as high as possible. Plus, I like for the numbers in the green portion of the screen to be positive numbers, and the higher the better. And that's what you're looking for. Still trying to kind of get a full understanding of that myself. But as you cycle through the cards, you can see there's different cards here that would, this rock here would actually get us up to a 6 and put our microphone at 42%, and doing that like we'll lose 24% if I'm understanding that right. No, it's still 24, 42, 24, 20. All right, so if we choose superstar and go over AJ Lee, and let's see if we can get anybody. Okay, because we already got the 6 with the rock. All right, there's another. Yeah, well, we already got 6 with AJ. So I didn't even know we could have a team with better chemistry than that. But let's see. So no, but Stone Cold is my MVP. So we want to keep Stone Cold on the squad for sure because I just have a better time playing with him. So if we choose superstar, is there anybody on here that's better than AJ in that middle slot? I'm trying to see. I don't think we can get better than a 5. Yeah. Okay, so we're good. But I'm just kind of losing the plot here. um, so we already have been playing around with this off camera a little bit with the team that's required for the Imago birthday bash because they want you to have a team that has a -3 chemistry. So we want to go over here to this team right here. Oh, not this team. That's my grind team. We did it. Yeah, we did it on this team. All right, and this is what I've been experimenting with, and this is the squad I came up with that has the best chemistry. Uh, at least the chemistry that's required for that event. But one of the better squads I was able to come up with, and we got you see we got the required -3 chemistry, and and in order to get there, we had to get the Emerald Fallon Henry from the token market. We got a bronze Ola Vice from Superstar Series 1, and we got an Emerald Tavion Heist from the Momentum set and the Sapphire Rock 13 Live Events Reward. And our manager for the squad is Stacy Keebler, and I want to play around with that for a little bit to see if we can get some better numbers here. But again, we still don't want to deviate from the -3. We want to keep the -3 knocked in. So it looks like Stacy Keebler is still going to be the only manager we could use with this squad. But that gets us to the requirement needed for this event, and you just have to kind of compose a team with a -3 chemistry. What your team might look like will be dependent on what cards you might have. For instance, some players might not be able to participate in this event just yet because you may not have the cards that when you mix and match them in the correct composition, you can get your chemistry down to a -3. But if you do have the right cards and you are able to compose a team to get your chemistry down to a -3, this is how you would do it, and you're just going to kind of have to mix and match. But also, don't forget your manager is part of that composition, so you just have to mix and match your cards and your manager to you can find a team with a -3 composition for chemistry. And this was the best composition I was able to find given my current collection of cards. Your results might be different depending on what your card collection looks like. So we're going to go over here to select this squad, and that's Bose 831 best. And then we're going to jump on in this event real quick. We only got to run through it one time. So let's see what we look like. And I'm going to start off with the best card in that squad. So we're going to play with the Rock, and let's jump right into it. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of fumbling all over the place. We're trying to explain that chemistry stuff, but I can't. I understand it. At least I have a basic understanding of it, but I'm probably not the best person right now to try to explain it to others. But you can kind of get an idea because the chemistry bottle over on the side, you want that, generally speaking, unless it's for an event, you want that number to be as high as possible. And just mix and match cards to find the best bonus percentages to your characters based on the squad composition that you come up with. Like right now, generally speaking, for most players, your best squads are going to have a chemistry of either 5 or 6. You might even be able to mix up an extra 2 cards here and there to get up to like a 7 or higher. But when you're mixing, once you find compositions that get you up to like a 5 or a 6, then you have to mix, match the cards as best that you can to give you your team the bonuses that you desire for your Faction Wars team. But it's not just your Faction Wars team. Those bonuses also apply to your cards, that you use for live events, because that card that you use for live events comes from one of your Faction Wars teams. So you can get bonuses on your cards that you use for live events by being mindful of how you compose your Faction Wars team. So it's just something to keep in mind as you're composing your Faction Wars squads, because it's not just for Faction Wars. It actually affects the cards that you use for all of the live events. So it's something to keep in mind depending on what live event you're trying to do. You might want to mix up your composition of your team to give you benefits. All right, and now they got kind of pay attention to what's going on here, because I'm getting a little behind the 8 ball here. Maga, and this is like a family battle here almost. I think this Maga's like the Rock's cousin in real life, or was the Rock's cousin. All right, so we're ready. All right, I shouldn't have let him get that stun off, but hopefully we can get this off without even reversing it.
Devastating flourish from the Rock here.
Oh, there's a reversal. Boom. And that was a rookie mistake. So we got a clothesline on him, and I wasn't even paying attention to what the tier of the Marvel card was for this event. So I have to go back and watch the tape on that, because I don't even know. I don't even recall what the Marvel card was, what tier it was, what was his overall rating.
Until that bell rings, his arm is raised. The Rock's making it absolutely clear that he's going to keep bringing it.
Okay, that was a weird animation. All right, there's that 60, so we can kind of go for the pin here. All right, so he's burned as you can see. Uh-oh. Nice little kip up there from Maga. That was not expected. All right, nice little headbutt. Uh-oh, he's got something dialed up, but he doesn't have any finishers, so that's a good thing. Okay, I don't know. And the one thing I like about this version of The Rock is that the flying clothesline, man, boy, that move is clutch. All right, so let's go. Pump it up. Get him wake up. And we're going to try to finish him here. That little diving crossbody. I'm not comfortable just going acting straight up. I want to stun before I try to do a finisher, because this year It has been my experience that the AI reversal rate on specials is almost 100% if they're not stunned. So I'm not even going to try it. That's why I say if that doesn't change this year, it's going to be interesting when we get to infinite cards this year, because the way they got the reversal rate tuned for the AI this year is going to be very interesting once we get to the infinite tier, if that stays consistent throughout the year. All right, there we go. So that one was more. I might call that one easy. So yeah, so this one wasn't too bad, but they didn't. They only gave you one reward, so it's not too much to this one. We got that one knocked out, and that's the Umaga birthday bash. Nothing too serious here, but we got the Rock with the win, and I don't even remember how much MFP the reward was for this one. But let's see. They don't even show they show your card, but they don't show what the AI card was. All right, so we got 211 MFP for match actions. All right, and there's that, and it was 2,000 MFP for the event. And I want to hop back in here real quick because I'm not going to replay the whole thing, but I just wanted to see what the Umaga card was because I missed that earlier. So it's an amethyst. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. So that's why he wasn't giving us too hard of a time, because it was only an amethyst. All right, so let's go ahead and start it running. It's not gonna give us 3,000 MFP again. Once we've done the event, that's all you're gonna get. You only get that 3,000 2,000 MFP one time. So that's this one was an Apex tier event, and the Umaga birthday bash, for whatever reason, they only just did that as a one-time event for 2,000 MFP. I don't even know why they wasted their time on that. I wonder why they didn't make this Apex tier event the same way they did for Mr. Perfect. That's a little weird. I wonder if that was on purpose or by accident. All right, but those are the two live events for today. And I guess before we hop off real quick, I could show you a couple of things here. But first off, we'll start with the I won't call it a grind per se, but it's what I'm trying to do as a grind. I've seen some other players running this particular setup, or at least something similar to it, but I've been having very limited success with it. Again, it may be. Let me see something here though. Let me change. Go back to my managers here, and we want to go to Ruby. If we do Stacy, what does that change? Chemistry, writing offense. Inspirational, right? Scene stealer. All right, I'm trying to see if there's any manager I could put on the squad that might make it a better squad for me. 16 defense. Because my two best manager cards that I have now are currently Ruby cards. And she gives you the biggest stamina bonus. She gives the squad a 28% stamina bonus, because the icon that looks like a lightning bolt, that's your stamina. The shield obviously is for your defense. So I guess we still want to keep Stacy on there for now. And I'm trying to see choose superstar. Let's go to the emerald tier. There's a couple things I want to look at here, because I was seeing a composition with where is he at? Dexter Loomis, I think it was. But I don't know if I have that card. Do I? Because I think that card was from the token market. I don't think I purchased that card. So let me make sure. Yeah. And I'm not spending I'm not spending anything in the token market other than what I need to for events. Okay. So that's one setup I probably will not try, but I'm just Trying to cycle through here and see if we can. Okay, he gives us a 36% bonus on stamina. 36 on Dragon Lee. They're trying to see if it's to our benefit to use a different card other than Namor, because I'm not even sure why that card it needs to be there. 36%. 36% with Stacy Keebler. 36 and 36 with Trey. All right, then we're back up top. So 36 there. And then if we put another card on there, 2 superstar. See if we can get any bigger numbers on that other than higher than 36% with different cards. Looks like the only card that was kind of use was Trey. No, so that okay. So if we put those 2 high flyers on there, but that brings the chemistry down, the team chemistry down to a 2. I didn't see that. I don't like that. Well, let's see how it plays. So, okay, so we'll try that one. But the grinding match, at least for the time being, that a lot of folks have been playing around with was this Orlando Mirror match, match 5. Like I said, I'm still testing a lot of stuff. I've been spending a lot of time, but I've been getting a lot of frustrations with this, but trying to figure something out that works for me, and I haven't found anything yet, but this is the closest I've got to it.
With the tag matchup the WWE Universe has been salivating for.
All right,
we'll start this one off with Liv Morgan, Nikki Bella, El Grande Americana.
Strikes, and she's already reversing, and she goes immediately into the Three Amigos. That's her favorite move. I changed the moveset, but she still locks into that one. 99.999. Listen to the time.
Tag team chemistry is hard to come by, but that is the name of the game here.
The arm absorbing the damage.
This is not normally how I do it.
That'll do some serious damage.
Normally I try to get a quick submission.
Might have just broken something. Liv is losing any kind of advantage.
Well, we'll see if we can do it now.
Submission here. Rings of Saturn applied. Rings of Saturn applied.
I'm still trying to figure out the submission wheel. Getting a little bit better at it, but still struggling. Guess she's not done the snap for it.
Liv is still in this.
So I don't even know if this is going to be a good run.
And creates an opportunity.
I was trying to do the Three Amigos, and I struggled with getting that move to execute from time to time. And if she reverses me while I'm purple, and she does, so that's pretty much it for me, guys. Hello. This one's already a botch.
Kick to the midsection, front face lock applied, twisting through into the neck breaker.
All right, so I'm just going to try to go ahead and submit out of this if we can and just call it a day because I've already messed this one up.
Absolutely merciless. This could be causing damage.
Fighting desperately.
You can't even do that. Normally I get her to submit on the first or second attempt.
Being set up in the corner for something.
One of the other things I hate about the game right now this year is that when you do the Irish whips, now she's going to reverse. They always reverse when they're in the corner at a very high rate. It's very annoying. Alright, now she
could be approaching a tap. Surrender may just be her only form of preservation at this point. A tap out. She couldn't
there we
take
go.
it anymore.
And that's kind of my grind that I'm doing right now. So, like I said, I have mixed results with it, as you can see. But ideally, you want to get a match in and out as quickly as possible. Try to max out as much MFP as you can in as short amount of time possible. And I kind of struggle with it, but that's kind of what I've been doing there. We'll run through it one more time and I'll show you a couple of different ways I fail it. But when it works, it works. It's just more often than not, it's been all over the place. This is the best I've been able to get as far as my skill set goes. Yep, there she goes. She would go right into Three Amigos. Notice that I did not even get a counter that time, opportunity that time. The game did not give me nothing.
Both sides in this match know that tag team competition is a very specific, very unique art form. We're going to see just who will be the better team here tonight. I think she just really felt that one.
Guillotine applied. This one could end soon.
That's what I'm saying about it being annoying.
It could only be a matter of time.
This is such a difficult hole to be in, and it will be an incredibly arduous task to get out of it.
And can't take it anymore.
There we go. Out of here. But that's kind of the new grind right now. Again, depending on your skill set, you might be able to get better results out of it than I do. So have at it. Yeah. But you're going to get around 5 and some change, 4 and some change from that, repeating that as often as you like and to your heart's content. Now, well, the other thing I wanted to show you real quick before we got off today was regarding the Faction Wars Investor Deck. So this is the faction. We're going to do a quick Faction Wars run, at least on one stage. So I can show you the Investor Deck in action. We're going to start a new run, and you want to select the Investor Deck, and we'll go ahead and burn one of our Faction War tickets. And this is our team drawn from this deck. And let's see, we got a gold Gunther, a gold Logan Paul, a bronze Nikita Lyons, and a gold Noam Dar. And we'll probably play with Gunther. We're very familiar with his move set. All right, and obviously, the first match is a 4 versus 4. You can't skip the first match.
And it is finally time for some good old tag team action. Getting
underway,
we have Gunther.
So for this first one,
Nikita Lyons,
gonna go ahead and hop into the match.
And we'll see if they're prepared
Let's
for
grab
tag team action.
Dr. Generic here.
With medical bill, Asuka, Silence, and Kombucha.
Go ahead and throw him out the ring. And everybody on their merry way.
You can't be the hero and try to do
kind of rough him up a little bit.
It takes communication, skill.
Okay, and the Dr. Generic wants to be Dr. Reversal. Teammates kind of X him up a little bit, but I just want to make sure they love to like Irish whip him back, these guys back into the ring on the right. Right when the time is about to run out, so I just want to make sure. Oh, shoot, okay. His teammates are kind of do a little thing on me there. I send my boys back out, and I need y'all to attack him again. Now we get back into the ring. There we go. And that's the fastest way to get that done. We'll go for the count outs. Yeah, you could actually have a match and go for MFP. It's just risky with the AITs this year. But again, if you got the skills for it on the sticks and on the buttons, have at it. Enjoy yourself. That ain't. It's not where I'm at. All right, we got 4 and we did get 4 and 64 and MFP out of that. I'll take it. Quick, fast, in a hurry. All right, and now when you get to the reward node, go ahead and X that out. And now we want to go to path here and avoid 1 versus 1 matches at all costs. Just trust me on that. You'll thank me later. All right, and here I'm just gonna skip this. I could get a better card, but actually we will try to get some better cards in our deck, though, at least with a bronze card is concerned. All right, we'll skip. All right, Mods node, you want to skip that, and every time you skip, you're going to get 150 from the deck, and that's a bonus for the investor deck. So you look at it and then skip it, and if you skip it, you get 150 credits every time. So go ahead. Hard nose, you can't skip those though. So you're locked into the 100 here, and now we're straight to the boss. And now for this one, we can either, I'm going to still rock with Gunther. And we're still going for using the same strategy. We're still going to try to go for the count out.
You are looking at the
kid come to me.
beauty and excellence the British Crown produces. Yours truly included.
Grapple.
Elton and Kit may not be everyone's cup of tea, but more likely
trying to put him over.
That is just out of pure jealousy.
Or is it just narcissism?
I'm gonna send my teammates out there.
Appearance and their elitist attitudes. Taking flight through the air.
And they didn't seem to understand the mission there, so I guess we got to do this ourselves.
Persistent barrage. And alongside strikes like that, it's clear they have nothing but punishment on their mind. And a series of vicious stomps. And if the first stomp doesn't send you the message, the follow-up ones definitely will.
All right, so we got 5.
Driven down. Oof. Into the chair.
That was a gnarly landing, man. You know those chairs don't
That's
have
7.
any gear.
All right, man. We got to watch the count.
That blow might be a test to Kit Wilson's toughness. A stipulation like this clearly has to favor the more vicious superstar.
That's true, but you can't always predict.
There we go. There's the 10 count.
Here are your winners. The team of Gunther, Logan Paul, El Mago Jr., and Noam Dar.
Rules are rules, and the referee deemed this one a count out. I think that refs.
All right, and we got 464 MFP from that one. And now from this, from the boss node, we do want to pick a reward. And for this one, I played with the Chelsea Green card. I just don't, I'm not a, even though she's a striker, I'm not very good with her moveset. And I've ran into a lot of problems with that card. So I think I'll skip her and we'll go right to the Miz in this situation. And I think for this one, we'll replace Noam Dar with the Miz boss card. And I could skip this and get 150, but we need to improve our team just a little bit here. So in this instance, instead of going for the 150, we do need to build. I want to make our team as strong as possible. So we'll go ahead and take that Sapphire Jacob for 2 card in that scenario. Now we start off again with an unskippable 4 versus 4. And we choose card. I'm still going to start with Gunther. And if we need to tag out to one of our other boys, we will. But we start out with Gunther because we're in an 8-man, so I can kind of flex this as I need to.
The monstrous images of the Firefly.
It's understood that Gunther is our weakest card, but he has some decent badges, so we just have to keep that in mind. Immediately, we're going to go to put him over.
Under the leadership of Uncle Howdy, the Lion 6
Send our boys to attack. On it up. We at least get a little bit of MFP from that.
And I assure you that this match will not disappoint this Austin crowd here.
Okay, and the officials getting in the goddamn way, and it's pissing me off. As soon as they let him up. All right, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Okay, and y'all acting like y'all don't see him.
He's got him in his grasp. German suplex.
Oh, no. You hear that, guys? Nobody wants
My teammates are being in the way.
The shoot is starting to wear off of him a bit now.
Okay, they did not understand the mission right that time around, and that's frustrating. They only have one task to do, and they blew it. So let's see if we can kind of accelerate this.
Just pulling their opponent apart there.
And it's just getting tighter at the neck.
From the sky.
All the way to the outside. He gives in.
There we go. All right, out of here.
Can be easily damaged by that.
Because the AI in this game is stupid when they're your teammates. But when they're not your teammates, it functions entirely the opposite. All right, now here is a choice of choices. So now, obviously, we're going to replace Gunther with our Ruby Jade, because, you know, Jade is our other MVP for my early experiences in playing this game. All right, so we got a few nodes here where we can kind of hop around here. So let's look at the board and see how we want to move here. Go to top tier, we got a superstar node. We have a 4 versus 4, a greater rewards node, a mystery node, and then we can either go superstar, stipulation, rewards. I forget what the circle is. I think that's side plates, but yeah. But if we go down here to the bottom row, you got a bunch of 1v1 matches. Like, we could also go down the bottom row, but then you got a choice node, and choice nodes typically hurt your deck more than they help your deck. But the main thing is we kind of want to avoid any of those 1 versus 1 matches. And normally you would want to make a beeline for the path with the heart in it. But if the heart's only going to give you 100 faction war credits, that's not necessarily the way to go anymore. You know, so I'm trying to see here what will maximize. Okay, we can go here 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can skip that one. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and go that way, and we can get 6 opportunities for 150 this way. We go that way, we got 1, then you got the 4, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like we want to go the route with the 6, because you got the choice, then you got the 1, 2, then if you go up to the mystery, that's 3, 4, and 5, and then this was 5 there, then 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 5 that way, but there's a match involved if you go that way. So I think I'm gonna go the route of the choice node. All right, so let's do choice node. And I'm only gonna do the 10% because I don't want to lose that much vitality from any of my superstars. Don't want to do it. So we'll go the stipulation node. We don't want any of that. We want the 150. Boom. And we want to go down here. And this is a mods node. We want to skip that for the 150. Then we want to go to mystery node. Oh, and they gave us a match. Negativity. All right, and this is a cage match.
The stage is set for the steel cage match. Escape is the only way to win.
Sounds easy, but I assure you,
John Cena.
escaping a cage match is one of the most challenging things any superstar will
All right, and he's reversing already early.
There are so many ways for you to get cut
And
off
already
or
trying to climb
waylaid
out.
as you
Nice.
attempt to exit the cage.
Come on,
You have
Jay.
to be ready
I don't
to
know why
bide
she's
your
down
time
so much.
until the moment
She only
is
did one
perfect.
move.
Trying desperately to escape. Oh. Trying to make their way out of the cage. Oh, no!
All right, there we go.
Top rope. He's sent back to the mat in a heap.
That cannot have felt good.
Choke slam sends them crashing. Oh, target of the arm.
Shattering impact right there.
All right, we're trying to get some offense here. We want to get him stunned as quickly as possible.
Targeting a body part, working the arm. That attack put Cena's determination to the test. Cena is unable to stop this string of offense.
Jay doing a good job staying attached to the competition.
And then go right back onto the offense. All right.
Slam.
Be mindful of
telling her opponent to bring it.
getting stamina locked.
Back to the match at hand.
And let's go ahead and call for the door.
She sees daylight. Can she make it?
And this referee is the worst referee in the game.
Cargo's really displaying aggression. Cena's just trying to weather the storm. Choke slam!
Just targeting the leg.
All right, I guess we're gonna have to try to get him stunned again.
Effects of this match.
Yeah, and now is when you want to go for the submission before your opponent does.
Submission match. It's key for a superstar to focus on a specific body part and really just go to work on it.
Very true, but it's not just
all right,
that.
we got him stunned. We got the finisher. Shot up. We're gonna go ahead and do it because you know he would reverse the finisher if he wasn't stunned. That's almost 100% of the time that happens in this year's game. We're gonna get him down while he's stunned. Go right back to the door. She's wasting time, and of course I'm stuck now, so now I got to walk around him. I can't stand that. Another thing that they need to change in this game, she should automatically hop over him.
No interference, no attempt to stop her. She's really just walking out of the cage right now. Looking to escape.
All right, looks like he should be good here. Getting up out of there. And John Cena's down and Jade is out. Good. Let's go. Next one.
Here is your winner, Jade Cargill.
An always thrilling steel cage match. Unpredictable to the very end, but there's the survivor.
Leaving no room for doubt. If you thought this superstar might be an easy target in the future, think again.
All right, let's continue. All right, and for this one, we want to select the next tier rewards. So select a rock. Hold on. Let me be right back. Hold on, let me pause this live stream. Hold on. Pause. Okay, I'm back. All right. Now for this node, this is one we do want to skip. So for this, you want to go skip reward, and you get another 150 credits. And now we got one more node. You want to skip that node, and that's for another 150 credits. And now we're at the boss node for stage 2. Mhm. And this is the boss squad. And for this one, now that we have the Rock 13, he's a really good card, and I think we'll use that card as the starting card for this round.
Multi-superstar team match underway. These matches always bring out the fast-paced action. Always get
Okay,
the WWE
they are
universe on its
reversing like
feet.
crazy
This one
this
shouldn't
year.
be any different.
As long as you know it's coming, you're ready for it. All right, let's go ahead and get a couple. Well, she won't let me do a couple, but we'll get one taunt. All right, but it's still the same strategy. We're just going to go ahead and see the frequency at which they reverse is very annoying. Now she will go for a quick strike. We're going to go ahead and cancel that noise. Then we'll grapple. Go back over.
This one is headed to the outside, not my choice. Hard to come back from that kind of impact. Boom! Face first. And James taking a look under the apron.
Get ready for chaos. The chair is coming.
Okay, now let's see if my team can do what they need to do this time around.
Two ways about it. Down, head over heels.
All right, good job, good job. Now this time they actually did what they were supposed to do.
The team of Jay Target, Jacob Fatu, and The Miz. The challenger unable to make it back in time. The ref really had no choice.
It would have been great to see a pinfall or submission win here. Quite a shame it ended by counting.
All right, so that's the stage 2 boss fight, and this is the investor deck. And we got 300 MFP plus a 451 from the match. And now we have a reward node. And for this one, depending on your squad, you probably do want to pick up a boss card. And in this instance, we do want one of the boss cards. And we're going to swap the Miz out with Grayson Waller because he has a nice move set. And then for the next reward node, we will skip that one. And that should get us 150, or no, it didn't. So we could have used that one. I wouldn't have, that was a mistake on my part. All right, now this one, we have a few different ways we can go, but it looks like the most promising way to go, which will skip matches, but give us 150 for each skip. We take the top node, would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if we can skip the choice one, but that's at least 4 opportunities for 150. If we go the bottom way, we can go 1, 2, 3, and then you got an unavoidable match, and then you got a mystery, and that could end up being a match, so less opportunities there. And if we go to the middle, you got a 1 versus 1 match. You don't know what that's going to be, and that's risky. You got the hard node that's only going to be 100. Then you got another match, done, and you're only going to get MVP from that for the most part. You got 150 from the greater rewards, then the choice. So it looks like for this one, the top row is the way you want to go. So we go there and skip. That's 150. Then skip, and that's 150. Skip 150. Skip. And that's another 150. Yes. Yay. Okay. We can't. Can we skip the choice one? We cannot skip the choice node. So that's just, so choice nodes and hard nodes are the ones you can't skip with the investor deck. So go ahead and take the 30 credits. And now we're at the stage 3 boss node. And now we have the same group we fought in the previous round, same set of bosses. And for this one, we're still going to start with the Rock, I think, because Jay's only 1 point higher than him, even though she's a Ruby.
And here we go, a lot of superstars involved in this matchup. Each team is going to look for their competition's weakness.
And she's already reversing before the match even starts. Nice.
A team would be smart
So let's
to
go ahead and
identify
tone it
their
up.
own weaknesses and keep that superstar out of the fight.
And of course, he gets the longest taunt on the planet. And if I do one reversal, and I'm immediately purple. Tell me that works the same way for you. Now tell me. And you already know the answer.
A great display of confidence, but he does a lot to give his opponent added motivation.
All right, there's the automatic reversals that we're talking about. She's like on 100% reversal rate. But see, if I reverse, I get purple bar on my next move after reversal. She can do back-to-back-to-back reversals. They all can without penalty. See, she's doing another one right now. Thankfully, I send the squad to kind of dust her up a little bit. But they're already failing the mission because Grayson Waller's trying to put her back in the ring already, and he's not objective here.
You can't prepare for a commercial airliner to come crashing down on you like that.
I need Jay to whack her with a chair. I need y'all to keep that energy and not whack me with a chair.
That is Cargill's intensity starting to ratchet up.
Showing off her best thinking there.
That was a stiff shot with a
Good job, whoever did that.
retaliated with a
But of course, she reverses again.
count continues. Time to get back in there. Driven down with a sidewalk slam.
And I don't want to risk. Send the team back.
Targeting the arm with great effect.
Here are your winners.
Because they will try to whip her back, whip the teammates back into the ring.
Jacob Batu and Grayson Waller.
The out-of-the-ring count getting the best of them tonight.
Then we got 466 MLP. Skip rewards. And we want to go take the 25 faction war credits because as we learned from the last boss round, we'll lose that if we don't pick something there from the boss round. So there's no benefit to skip that. All right, so now stage 4. Let's look at the board and see how we want to go, thinking about your investor deck bonuses. So we can't skip the choice node. We don't know if the mystery node will be a match or not. So you got the choice between a 1 versus 1 or a 3 versus 3. Then you got a side plate or stipulation or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. So in this path, we can go 1, 2, 3. Or in this path, we can go 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 either way. But if you go the mystery, you don't know if that's a match or not. So it looks like we're going to go. The starting point doesn't really matter though, because either one of these, you just don't know which is going to have what rewards. All right. That was probably the better one because that gave us 20 credits. So the mystery, it's a reward node, so we can skip that. Nope, skip it and get our 150 credits. Boom. Now we got a mods node. I always forget what that icon is. Skip that. That's 150. Now here we can go either mods or rewards. It doesn't matter because we are not taking any one of these because you're not going to get great more than 150. So we'll take that. And then here, mystery could be a match. And if it's a match, you lose out on it, on the reward, I think. So we're going to go this route and then skip. And that's another 150. And now we're at the boss. And we keep facing the same group over and over again. It's a recurring theme. Still going to stick with the rock. Although I probably should have picked somebody with faster taunts.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a little.
And this time, again, she keeps reversing my stuff immediately. Okay, she went into a submission. That's new.
Right now, will his butt? It's touch and go, but the Rock might just be yes, fighting a way out of the hole.
Okay, finally. Nope. This boy right here in his dang. That's a 5-minute taunt.
In the corner now, she needs to fight out of it. The Rock fears no one.
There's Brady coming in. Shoulder block.
Look at the Rock taking in all.
Since he has these long taunts on his in ring, we're going to do a couple of shoulder blocks.
Attempting high-risk move after high-risk move at a
grapple.
pace.
Back up.
And a no disqualification match, I'd wager the advice is as
Over.
do whatever it takes.
And then send the squad.
Man. Don't hold back.
And Fatu is immediately more worried about hopping back on the ring than he is about attacking the opponent. And let me help him out. Because they seem to be struggling with figuring out who the enemy is. So this. Oh wait, yeah, I don't want to. I'm so worried about being disqualified there. Okay, thank you. That's useful. Because we're in purple. I hadn't done anything to be in purple.
She better get back in the. Here we go.
Now, hurry up.
But also possibly yourself.
Send the team to go grab her. Or she can run back into the ring. And what do? They just look at her and turn around. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. They run up to her, look at her, and turn back around. When you're specifically giving them the instruction to go attack. Oh boy, you gotta love this game. All right. And here we will put a Abominable on the Rock. Probably should have swapped him out though, because he's a little bit damaged now because of that whole Kiana James nonsense. And this path looks almost identical to the one we just had. All right, same deal then. We'll just go straight forward this time. And of course, 30 credit is the 50% damage. We're on the last run though, so we'll go ahead and take it honestly this time. We'll take 100 hearts from the heart. That was a heart node. Oops, we were supposed to skip that. My bad. We were totally supposed to skip that. All right, so that's 150. So I kind of lost 50 potential 50 faction war credits there, being a knucklehead. So we could have. So just for keeping that as a mental note, we could have got 50 more credits here because of my idiocracy there. All right, and this time we're going to go with Fatu as a striker instead of The Rock to close this run out. And let's see if we can finish this one out in style.
Time to put these teams to the test in this one under
Now,
traditional tag rules.
and Kiana with her insta reversals there. Let's grapple. See if we can pick old girl up. Toss over the ropes. And send our people. And they just run right by her. And then it's like, oh, there she is. You can't see her. Because we run around like Stevie Wonder. We're blind. We don't know where she's at. Where's our enemy at? Let me help y'all out since y'all be struggling on who's the bad guy here. And we're going to grab her and get behind her. And then can y'all help her brother out?
And just like that, she gets out of dodge.
She could be on her way to
Oh,
Uh-oh. And she's already back in the ring. So my team already failed the mission. She has a weapon. And she has brought the weapon into the ring. But history tells me that if I were to use a weapon on her, that would be an instant disqualification on my part. So I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not we should use that. So we're going to go ahead and try it. Oops. So she's doing those instant reversals, so that's just something to keep in mind. We're going to go ahead and try some submission cheese. And she's still running from me on the submission. Ah, no. I'm purple barred. After. And, oh, that's so frustrating, man. That is so frustrating, brother. That is so frustrating. I've done nothing, but I'm purple. All right, we need to get our son. Look, I did 2 moves and I'm back in purple. I did 2 moves and I'm back in purple, y'all.
damaging the arm.
Jarring impact.
Make it make sense. And I got a finisher, but I can't. I know not to dial it up because they will reverse it almost instantaneous.
Right on the arm.
And I don't know why she's not getting a building in the stun meter.
Look at this raw power. Sit out powerbomb. Jacob Fatu sending a clear message here. Oh, complete deadlift.
I don't know. Can somebody explain that to me? We haven't seen a stun meter this whole match with this woman, with this guard. But what we can do, we're going to grapple, reverse, and go for a leverage pin.
Schoolboy! The cover! Isn't it? Wards off the pin at 2. Now is not the time to wallow in disbelief. Pressure.
And what we will not do.
And now the shoulders down. This might be it. No, she kicks out.
I can't even believe this anymore. I just want to sit back and enjoy this battle.
Yes, man. She can't possibly take any more. If she can turn things around here, I'll be speechless.
Let's get to a out of this corner.
Connecting with the crossbody.
In fact, let's go ahead and do that right now. That cancel all that noise about you and your people in the corner. And This is the slowest counting official in the game. So bet that.
Submission being locked in. Can they get the grip locked in? This is not where she wants to be. She has to fight out of this. Will she tap? Can she hold out?
Get up out of here. Play no games.
Here are your winners. The team of
That was way harder than it needed to be, but we got it done. Way harder than it needed to be. Way harder than it needed to be.
Big match. They are riding high on this win. This celebration might carry on the rest of the month.
All right, let's continue. All right, we got 490 MFP, and that completes the Faction War run. And let's see what we got here. So we got some decent MFP on this run, but that wasn't the whole purpose of the run necessarily. Big thing, we got 4,705 credits this run. We could have had 50 more than that if it wasn't for a boneheaded mistake. But there you go. And this is why the investor deck is so good. Because you're not going to get that many credits just right along so. So we got 18 tickets to go, and we're now up to 27,282 credits. And like a lot of players right now, I'm thinking, even though I was kind of like, maybe I should sit on my credits till we get some better cards in this mode. But I'm kind of worried that 2K might come and in their next game update or in an upcoming game update kind of tweak this, because it seems like they kind of seem to, and I hate to be this way, but it seems like they kind of prioritize when they make changes to the game. Like they make changes to the game that are kind of contrary to players, having fun or finding a aspect of the game that's a bonus for the players. It seems like whenever they update the game, most of the updates are anti things that players are doing that are popular in the game. And so it is my thinking that because they're going to look at this and be like, okay, players are making too much faction war credits or too many faction war credits because of this investor deck. So let's lower the bonus for the investor deck and tweak that down and drop that down to closer to what it is for the hard node. I hope they don't do that, because the hard already only gives you like 100. And the investor deck only gives you like 50 more points for a skip. So, but I just have a feeling that once they look at it, and if they see players are talking about it and they like it and all this, they'll come and tweak it and change it, because they've done this in the past. They've done this with last year. They did it with what was it, Rabble Rouser. They did it with Sting Like a Bee and a couple other things. And like they reduced the badges, and it was in an effort, I think, to try to tweak some of the exploits for the multiplayer, but when they did the updates, it kind of impacted the entire game across the board in a negative way. But this year they even went so far as to get rid of all of the grinding badges altogether. So there's that. All right, so we're coming up here on almost 2 hours. I didn't say I didn't intend to stay on anywhere near this long, but here we are. I was only going to go through part of our faction war run, but we ended up going through a full faction war run. But I think we're going to call it here. As you can see, I'm still trying to grind away for a little bit of MFP as much as I can. I hope they put some more stuff out here in the game where we can earn MFP without per se having to grind through matches and doing other stuff in the game, other than having to do these grind matches. Because I usually do grinding because I kind of enjoyed it, but this year this grinding is not enjoyable at all, and I don't know how much longer I can continue to try to do it. I'm still trying to find a way to do it and find a method that's enjoyable for me, but so far I have not been successful. I don't want to be a quitter. I don't want to give up, but I'm not having a lot of fun trying to find a way to grind in this game right now, and that's unfortunate. But it's starting to put me on the side of where I might be getting very close to putting this game down at least for a little bit, or backing off of it for a little bit and getting into something else and doing some content in another game. That's how almost where I'm at right now, unfortunately. And this is my, like, if you guys have watched me long enough, know this is my favorite game. This game took me out of what was my favorite game, Farming Simulator 25, and I put Farming Simulator 25, and I didn't think anything would ever take me away from Farming Simulator 25, and that's saying a lot right there. But at least when I was doing Farming Simulator 25, Farming Simulator 25 is relaxing. This game has been nothing but stress, and that's not where gaming is supposed to be. Gaming is supposed to be fun. Gaming is supposed to be enjoyable. Yes, it's in a game like this, you're supposed to be there's supposed to be challenges involved, but not the way they're doing it right now. This is a lot of stuff that's happening right now. It's just not for the players. And I want to play games where the developers, the company, they put out stuff in there, and at least they're trying to do things for the players and not against the players, and not treating the players as a resource, but as, part of the community and a customer. We're customers at the end of the day. So I know, I see people online, like criticizing people for, quote, complaining, but you're the customer. It, it's not the customer. It's not the customer's responsibility to eat everything that a company gives them. A customer has rights too. A customer has a right to say what they like or don't like about a product. And that's not complaining. That's just telling you what you want. Everybody has the right to indicate what they want out of a product. After all, you're paying for it. It's not the other way around. And that's my 2 cents as far as that is concerned. You have every right to complain. And there's a difference between complaining per se and letting the producer know what you want out of a product. And that's where I'm at. I want this product to be the best product it could be, but it's just certain things need to change in order for that to happen, and that's all I'm saying as a player. All right, but let me get off my soapbox there. Let's jump over here to unopened packs. I only have one unopened pack. My expectations are not high on this pack because it is a basic pack after all. But we have one Momentum Series basic pack, and if by some miracle or some magical thing we were to get a Ricky Starks out of this, but that's highly unlikely. But let's go ahead and do our 2K Pun reset. Like I always say, be sure to check out my boy 2K Pun. He's a YouTuber. He also does WWE 2K content, and one of the best in the game, one of the best in the business. Always hyping it up, always giving the big ups to all the players in the community. So definitely be sure to check out the 2K Pun YouTube channel for WWE content. All right, so let's go. All right, so we went back to the main menu, and my apologies. Let's do that one more time. I want to explain what the 2K Pun reset is while I'm rambling here. The 2K Pun reset involves going back to the main menu of the game and then jumping back in before you open any packs, and that resets the game in theory. And at least that's what 2K Pun and myself and some others in the community believe. All right, so now we jump back in, and now we'll go open that one pack, and let's see if that helps with our odds or not today. This time around, can we get a glow? Can we get a glow? No glow. Boo. All right, so duplicate superstar. So we already know we won't get a card from the pack. So, we did get a new manager card. That's awesome. That's awesome. We'll take that. We'll take that. So we got one Emerald Wallpaper 85 cosmetic, a silver unbreakable side plate, and we got a new manager. We got an Emerald Andre the Giant manager card. So that's something to work with. And he's an aggressive style manager, and his attribute bonus is a +6 to arm power, strike reversal, strength, and grapple reversal. And that's Emerald Andre the Giant manager card. And we got an Emerald Wallpaper 85. That's that. That's looks like Blake Monroe wallpaper right there. And we got 750. So 765, 50, 65, 765 MP from the pack. What more can you ask for there? And do I want to? Nah, we'll wait to the card market because I have an urge to want to pop open some packs, but I can't do it. I can't do it with these odds in this game right now. I cannot do it. I want because that's for me. That's where the fun of the game. These games have always been, as well as being able to have the ability to open packs. But when you open packs, and because they've made the odds so drastic where it's that so much harder to pull cards from the set now. There's no entertainment, there's no excitement, there's no fun from opening packs because you're not pulling the cards. The purpose of this game at the end of the day is it's supposed to be a card game, but if you can't, if you decrease the odds so that it's extremely difficult to pull the cards, then what's the point? And the point is for them is they want you to spend money on VC to buy the cards, to buy more packs to try to get the cards, but it's not. Right now they tweaked it so much they went too far on the extreme to the other side. Because it is my humble opinion, and I think most people in the community would agree with me, that people would be inclined to spend more money if they actually had a better chance of getting the cards, because they still be locked in on, because everybody has their favorite superstars, and if they're opening packs and they're getting cards but they're not getting cards for their favorite superstar, they're more likely to experience fear of missing out because they're getting cards but they're not getting the card of their favorite superstar. So in my humble opinion, I just think they're missing the point here, in that you actually want the players to get the cards. Just put more cards in the packs. I think is the way to go, instead of making it harder for people to get cards. But that's just where I'm at on it, because it is a card game. But if most of the cards in a pack are not even superstar cards or feature cards from the pack, then what's the point? It's stuffing and filling these packs with the generic superstar cards is not the way to go either, because it looks like that's the route they went. They did, quote, put more cards in the pack, kinda, but they're not the feature cards from the set. So, but that's just me on my soapbox and me and my 2 cents regarding the game. All right, so we got the Emerald Andre. We've checked that out, and we got the collection set. Where we're at, we got the wallpaper, and go ahead and check that out. Oops. And mark all is seen. All right, so that's everything there. All right. And let's see where we're at on challenges, because again, we got to work on whatever opportunities we can to get MFP. We have the daily challenges. We got one outstanding, and that's for 100 MFP, and that's quick signature, and we need to land one signature move in under 1 minute. And I don't know how to do that one, because I don't know. Let me try one thing here. Let's see if we can do this real quick, because I was trying to get that knocked out by using one of our weekly tower matches, but it takes, I don't know what card I can use to get a signature build up that quickly. I was trying to do Stone Cold. Let me see if we can try that again here. Let's switch our deck real quick. So we're going to go over here and switch our active deck. So let's go back to activate our Bose 831 gaming deck, and then go into weekly towers. All right, and let's see if we can knock that out real quick, and try Stone Cold, because that's very difficult to pull off. And what we need is a match where you start with a signature, but because of what 2K has been doing early this year with the weekly towers, they haven't been given that many of those matches, because they know in the past we've used those types of matches to quickly for grinding purposes. But 2K has already knows that, so they've made an effort this year to not even have those matches in the game yet. All right,
truly savage.
For Shinsuke, it's no longer enough to win matches. He needs to see his opponent completely broken and beaten.
But then there's the Texas rattlesnake, coiled and ready across the ring. With such a brawling
It still takes too long to build the signature, because I could probably do it here, but the AI is going to reverse. We already know that. And that's going to change the cycle. And then, unless the purple bar is upon us.
Venomous animals in the world. No one has found an antidote for Stone Cold yet.
That'll knock the wind out of you.
And they'll probably reverse it, and then that'll kill everything. Boom. All right, we got it. But we didn't get it in under a minute, did we? Let's see. I don't think we did. Too long to get there. It's just hard. That's very hard to do. Yeah. So we got the 5 for 5 on the weekly tire matches. So we did not get there in under a minute. That's very hard to do without that being something where you have a signature at the start of a match. Yeah. All right. So we're there. Yeah, that's one we're gonna miss because we don't have anything that would get us there fast enough yet. Nope. Or did we get? You got to do it 5 times, not 1 time. All right. Yeah, we're gonna miss that one. Next. All right. I didn't see that you had to do it 5 times. Yeah, this is actually not as easy as it seems without having a match where that's a stipulation of the match from the match start. And I don't know off the top of my brain if there's any other matches in the game where the player starts with signatures yet. At least this early in the game, I don't think there is yet. So this is a daily challenge that will only be feasible in certain scenarios throughout the year. But not right now. No, it would not be a good one right now. All right, but that's it. We're gonna call it right here. I'm off camera. I'm still gonna play around here. I think I might even do another faction war run or 2 because the more I was just talking with you guys about, I have a feeling 2K is gonna make some tweaks to that investor deck and just have that feeling. They'll make it. The more players talk about this and how good it is, I think the more inclined it might be for 2K to come in there and mess with it. Because it just seems like that's how they operate with this game more often than not. So I'm going to do a few more runs with that deck and do some shopping and spend some of these tickets and some of these credits and lock that in before they have an opportunity to mess with it and nerf it just in case. And I think that might even be my focus for so-called grinding right now instead of doing the grinding match, because I think doing it this way is even more efficient than me trying to do that grind that I'm trying to develop there. All right, but let me go ahead. I don't think I did my screenshot yet for tonight. Dark Monarchs. Okay, and I didn't even talk about this earlier, but this was where the Alexa Bliss card is at. So we still have opportunity to get the Alexa Bliss card, but again, you need that collection set reward. This right here event's gonna go away. This is a boss battle, so the boss battles will definitely be on court, but it's just what we're in the don't know with any certainty yet is what other events will be on court, because 2K Brian we already know boss battles are on court. Those are what are normally on court anyway, but 2K Brian did indicate that the trifecta events would be on court. The trifecta events are going to be on court, but outside of that, he did not indicate if any of these other things would, because and even if the trifecta is on court, where we at here? Going back to the trifecta event. You still need Carmen Petrovic in order to participate in this trifecta event. So unless this event is also on court, this feature presentation event, which is the only way you can get the Carmen Petrovic card. If this event is encore without this event also being encore, it will still be impossible for people to participate in the trifecta event. So we need more information for 2K on what is actually going to be encored versus what is not going to be encored this year going forward. Because I would like to try to do that event as well, but I don't know if we'll have the opportunity to right now. Excuse me, because right now a lot of stuff hinges on that Ricky Saints card, because there's a couple of events that we can't participate in because we don't have that Ricky Saints card, and for whatever reason they tied that Ricky Saints card to a lot of different things, like this one. Definitely when those cards hit the market on the what they say it was going to be April the 3rd, which is, let's see, if we go look at the calendar here, April the 3rd will be next Friday. So next Friday, next Friday these cards will be in the card market from these particular sets. So we go here and take a look at this one more time. In my collection, the cards from the Legends, Aftershock, and Momentum should be in the card market. Not so sure about cards from A Touch of Madness, but definitely Legends, Aftershock, and Momentum are going to be in the card market. So, but just unsure at this point in time, outside of those cards being in the card market, what events will be encored alongside those cards being in the card market. But I guess we'll find that out next Friday. All right, but this is where I'm going to go ahead and wrap. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and checking me out. You've been tuned in to another episode of Bose 831 Gaming on Twitch, and today we've been playing WWE 2K26 My Faction mode. We knocked out a couple of quick live events, and hopefully we'll have a new weekly tower on Monday to get on and knock out, and we'll have to stay tuned for any other live events 2K may be so gracious to put out there and provide for us between now and Friday. It's going to be interesting, but we'll see how things go. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in and checking me out. I'm Bose831 Gaming on most of your major social media platforms: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, so on and so forth. Wherever it is you're running across my content, please don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you love. Let me know what you don't. But either way, let me know, because that's the only way I can provide you with the content that you would want to see. And episodes of my Twitch live streams are uploaded to my YouTube channel, typically in their entirety. Wherever it is you're running across my content, like I always say, if you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? Bose 831 Gaming, live on Twitch, WWE2K26 My Faction mode. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Have a good night, everyone.